Good afternoon, David. Really nice to see you. I've asked you to have a conversation with me to share the interest you have in overseas outreach. And today I was hoping that you would speak specifically about the links you have with Northern Argentina. Firstly, why Northern Argentina, and how did you get involved?
Why Northern Argentina? The link was established in 1995 between the two bishops at that time. And David Thompson, our team rector, brought with him the South American Mission Society. And in a survey that he carried out, I put down that I was interested in mission and outreach. And very soon after that, I became involved with Northern Argentina as part of the Carlisle Diocese links with overseas missions.
Excellent. So I'm just wondering, how does that fit in with the faith life in the Carlisle Diocese?
I think it fits very well in two ways, Chris. Firstly, it's how we can learn. We tend to think, or we could think, that we're the missionaries, but actually we do have so much to learn from overseas churches, be it Northern Argentina or anywhere else, because they operate in a very different way. And one of the particular ways in which they operate is that there are very few of them clergy who are paid. There are only a very small number. The rest have a day job and do their ministry work on top of that, which for me is now linking into what we are calling the pioneer ministry, where that seems to be very much the same sort of thing.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. We're going in that direction ourselves, aren't we, with all our non-stipendiary clergy? Yes,
Yep,
yes.
we are.
So I know you have visited, and I know that they have visited us. So just tell us a little bit about those visits, please, David. Either way, whether it's about you visiting them or them visiting us, or both, if you've got time.
Yeah, cementing my interest, I think, was the fact that we had 2-3 visits from Northern Argentina to start with, and again, very enthusiastic, very knowledgeable people who came. Hugo Vergara and his wife and two children, and that encouraged me to look to go to Northern Argentina with Bishop James in 2006. From Bishop James's point of view, that was a recce to see whether or not we could still sustain that link. His conclusion was that yes, we could and we should sustain that link.
That's really good. Yes. So you were telling me earlier a little bit about one of your trips over there when somebody disappeared into the bush. Could you just tell us, just give us a little snippet to sort of pique our interest?
Yep. A man called Crisanto, one of the Amerindians living out in the Chaco. He'd actually visited here with Hugo in 2004. And as part of my visit with Bishop James, we ended up in the Chaco, and I met Crisanto there in this very dispersed village. We gave each other a hug. We couldn't actually speak any language, but we gave each other a hug. And last time I saw him, he was just sort of walking off and disappeared amongst all the scrub trees where we had met. And the temperature was, I think, in the 90s, something like that.
Yeah, obviously a memory of a meeting that won't leave you soon. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I do remember many visits to All Saints when they came to the diocese. They did come to All Saints, and we had wonderful evenings together there. Can you envisage any more visits, either them coming over or us going over to see them?
The question of going over to see them is very much up in the air. From my own personal point of view, I'm sort of asking God about that, very much so. I think Danny, Ugo's son-in-law, I think he would love to come visit again. We've had two fairly recently from him, plus a group of young people from northern Argentina, and they've been great. They've gone around the diocese, visited all sorts of different places, talked to all sorts of different people. And I suspect that Danny actually sees that as them being missionaries to us in doing that. But then equally, there will be, providing it goes ahead, Lambeth Conference next year, where the Bishop of Northern Argentina, Nick Drayson, will be present together with other assistant bishops from Northern Argentina and others from South America as well. So we expect that they will be in the Carlang Diocese at some stage.
Oh, so that's something to really look forward to,
It
certainly
is.
for you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you did tell me that there is an anniversary on the 25th of May every year where you do manage to get in touch with each other. So there's always that really good connection there.
There is indeed, yes. And I am in touch with Danny through WhatsApp as well. And we have an irregular but contact, but enjoyable contact.
Well, we're almost running out of time, David, and you've just given us the tiniest little inkling of what you do and your interest in overseas mission. And I just feel that if anybody is interested in mission and outreach, I'm sure that you would be very happy if they got in touch with you and you could talk to them about it and your experience. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine, absolutely fine.
So you can find David in All Saints Church, or just contact Sue Lake at the parish office to put you in touch with him if you don't have his direct contacts. You may even feel that this is the way God is calling you for this mission and outreach. So again, David will be very happy to speak to you. So thank you so much for what you've told us today. I think you've just sort of touched the tip of the iceberg, David.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier that you need to tell us more. So I think it's going to be an Oasis service later on in the year, David. And I hope people. Yeah.
I hope I've been able just to share a little bit of the excitement of having that sort of link and meeting people in a completely different location, different culture.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think it's a case of watch this space, and we'll see what happens to see if you get over to Northern Argentina and to see if we get them visiting us. It's something to really look forward to. So thank you very much indeed, David, for your time this afternoon. And we'll catch up, I'm sure, on Sunday in All Saints.
We will.
So,
thanks, Chris.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.